Would you believe it? Here I am again, outside hugging my favorite, talking to trees, hugging trees, because it is the best feeling in the world. Why? Well, as you all know that I'm always talking about coming out and getting grounded and getting connected with the earth, touching trees, hugging trees, going barefooted, absolutely. Why? Because we stay balanced and we get connected with nature. There is no other better vitamin than the wonders of vitamin N, vitamin nature. And it also helps to keep you balanced. It helps to keep you in harmony with the earth, therefore helping to ward off and helping to keep you balanced and harmonize with the amazing things that we love to have as technology, also known as electromagnetic frequencies. And if you know anything about EMFs, they cause all kinds of havoc upon the body. This keeps us grounded and harmonized. And if you just don't feel like going out and getting barefooted or hugging trees like Paulo and I, guess what? I have my amazing guest, Paulo AamoraA. And he has an amazing solution to help you stay balanced and harmonized without hugging trees, although we do encourage that. So Paulo, tell us what you have with the solution.
Okay, well the solution is, let me show you here. I have created an actual pendant made out of a tagua nut that what I do is that I get microscopic natural minerals, organic minerals, and I combine them in a certain way and I infuse them into the tagua nut.
So basically you're taking earth minerals, earth elements to infuse?
Organic earth minerals.
Okay,
yes.
Awesome. That's important.
And I infuse them into the actual tagua nut itself.
Awesome, which I am wearing as well, always, never leave home without it.
With different frequencies that it brings it into what I call harmonic resonance. Right. So when you're wearing them, you'll notice I've had so many testimonies. We have hundreds of happy customers and so many testimonies about how more grounded they feel.
Because they're connected to the earth, because you actually take earth elements with all of these minerals, organic minerals, and you infuse them into the tagua nut or the AamoraAs that you created. Therefore, it's helping us to get connected with the earth without actually touching a tree or going barefooted?
Yeah, even though I still stress that it's really important to go barefooted and to touch, for the simple reason is that the body creates antioxidants while we are grounding on the earth itself.
That's right. Our bodies create antioxidants while we are grounded on the earth, which is why it's very important and why you always see me going barefooted and having fun in the earth. So tell us how I know you just told us how your tagua nuts sort of work, but what makes the motion lotion? In other words, like if I'm wearing my tagua nut, or if I have these on my phone. And what are these exactly, these square things?
Okay, what I did was after I created the pendant and I got so much good results, so many people were asking me about, well, what do I do with my cell phone, with my car, my house, and so forth. So I started doing more research and I discovered a way of, again, impregnating the minerals into the actual paper itself, and then laminating them again with different processes and different frequencies to bring this particular item, like for example your cell phone.
Everybody uses a cell phone nowadays. Those are one of the worst to put out electromagnetic frequencies. Is that correct?
Well, yeah, they do put out. I mean, they actually use microwaves.
Right.
Well, that's one of their things they use is microwaves.
Right.
So, and what it is that I've discovered is that it's very chaotic, that energy that they emit. And in that chaos, it stresses us. That's the biggest thing. So what I've discovered that when I place them on here, two of these, what they're called the AamoraA phone, you'll notice, a lot of people notice that the phone doesn't get as hot, they don't get the burning sensation.
I'm glad you said that, because I have these on my phone, and you know, I've been using my AamoraAs for years, but I crashed like 7 of my phones since I've known you, and I've lost them because I travel all over the nation, obviously. So I noticed a huge, huge difference because I didn't have AamoraAs for a while because I was lost in Wonderland. But my phone, always heating up. I don't know if any of you experience whenever you're talking on your phone, which is very encourageable to use your speakerphone or something else as opposed to putting it up to your ear. But when you're in a business meeting or whatever, you have to put it up to your ear. You can feel the heat just coming from the phone. Mine would get so hot, especially when I'm recording or whatever. Once I put the AamoraAs back on my phone, I kid you not, I just had a business meeting. Whenever you were having your business meeting, I didn't want to disturb you, so I was in there for 45 minutes with the phone up to my ear. It stayed cool, very cool. That told me that the electromagnetic frequencies were staying harmonized instead of pounding into my brain. At least that's my perception.
Well, yeah, it's not stopping those frequencies.
Right.
That's one of the big things that I do want to stress with folks that do buy these things on their phone. You still want to be using the speakerphone when you're using them, and not directly to your ear, of course, and not even touch them. When I have a long conference, I will actually stand it on. I have a little a pad that you can stand it on there. Another thing that I do highly suggest is not to use the phone without a cover, for several reasons. Of course, one of them is that they do tend to fall and break.
Right.
And then you have to, and these are quite expensive. And another is that the plastic itself will create a form of a barrier because you're not touching them directly.
Right.
And then we have the most important one out of all our 3 items is the AamoraA electronic, which is placed, as you will see, is bigger than the one for the phone. The AamoraA electronic, and that one is placed on the breaker box of the house.
Ah, I saw that experiment. I saw what happened in the health food store. What he's talking about is the breaker boxes, the fuse boxes that you have in your homes. And it was amazing. I wish we had the demonstration here, but we'll have that in another video. But oh my goodness, to tell you what's going on in your household, everything that's connected to that fuse box, that breaker box, is totally mind-blowing. And the way the AamoraAs actually worked to help harmonize, and you explain it, Paulo. All I know is that it was amazing how the phones would work, or how the refrigerator would work or would not work with the AamoraAs.
Yeah, and one of the things was what people have noticed is that they sleep better and deeper as soon as they place it on there.
Right.
And the biggest, what I'm really excited about is when they mention that their dogs and their cats are calmer and less stressed. That I love, because those are wonderful testimonies, because I pretty much guarantee those dogs and cats don't know there's an AamoraA in the breaker box.
Exactly. They're like, oh, I'm going to play a joke on my owners here. Yeah, exactly. That's the best testimonies whenever you see the dogs and the cats and the animals acting different. I know from me wearing my Tagua nut AamoraA, which we'll explain about the Tagua nuts in another video, so you don't want to miss that. But by wearing my Tagua nut with your mineral organic infusion from the earth elements, I feel much more harmonized, much more balanced, and of course I don't lose my balance as much whenever I'm doing yoga and different things like that. And I also feel more connected. I have a much better sense of connection and more of a balanced well-being. That's my experience.
Yeah, and that's why we have thousands of happy customers and hundreds of testimonials that tell us all these different things. And we actually give 2 of these AamoraA phone free that you can place on your phone every time you send us a testimony.
Oh, awesome! That's great. So you can get 2. So you would want 2 on your phone if you have a large smartphone.
Yeah.
If you have a regular phone, it's only required to have 1.
One. Okay. If it's a small little regular cell phone, only 1. But definitely 2 on the smartphone. And we do come. We've been making them now for 5 years, and we have a trademark and everything registered. And we also have.
Guess what? His AamoraAs are pure integrity verified, approved. So yay! They passed the qualifications of pure integrity verified seal of approval. So yay! Woo!
It's AamoraA.
It's AamoraA. Absolutely. So is there anything else that we want to tell people? Of course, we're getting connected with the trees, with the earth, and the AamoraAs help us to stay
harmonized. Actually, this is one of the things that it's basically doing. It's not stopping the frequency. All these gadgets are wonderful. They do work.
Right.
What it's doing is bringing a chaotic artificial wave that's chaotic into a natural wave. That's the easiest way to explain to people that it's turned into a natural wave. And if for any particular reason after buying these two, for example, after buying them, if you get one and we send, after a year of using them, if they don't work, if they're not happy with it, they do work. If they're not happy with it, then we send the other phone distracted me to yourself.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, well, our guarantee is that the potency of the product is guaranteed for 5 years.
Okay, awesome.
And this year we'll guarantee them 6 years in September, because every year I test them to make sure that they're still working. They don't have expiration date.
Okay, that's good to know. So you've been making these and infusing these for 5 years, so obviously that's why he's guaranteed them for 5 years so far, but this year he knows that they're still guaranteed for 6 years, and so each year that you will test as they work. Wow, what kind of guarantee is that? That's awesome, because it's not really a guarantee. It's to me, it's common sense, and it's nature sense is what it is.
Yeah, and then after 4 years of using our products, if the customer's not happy whatsoever, we do not question them. We give them the money back, and they still get to keep the product, unlike any other that I know of that does this type of guarantee. And it's because whether they believe it or not, whatever it is, whatever their beliefs are, it's still working.
Exactly, and that's what I want to say. I know a lot of people are like, oh, Lynette, that's a bunch of voodoo, hocus pocus. No, it's really not. Just like I'm talking to you about hugging the trees and walking on the earth, no, we're not out there, far out there. Our earth is created of energy. Our trees are created of energy. They are living beings. Silly humans, earth is for life. Earth is not dead. Earth is alive. And earth provides us everything that we need to be in balance and to be in harmony. I mean, look at all the trees and the birds and the bees and everything just singing in harmony. And so what Paulo has done is created, he has found a way and formulated a way to take in our earth elements to infuse into something that you may not have the time, or you think you don't have the time to go outside and get your earth on every day. And remember, our earth is also magnetic. It has magnetic shields, and it has magnets to help us to stay grounded, of course. So none of this is hokey pokey, it's real science. So if you have studied Science 101, even in college, I mean even in high school, you will know what earth elements actually do. So this is not a hokey pokey thing and turn yourself about. This is get your AamoraA on and have a happy face about. Yeah!
And actually it's interesting you mentioned about that, because it is, when you actually barefoot, it also creating a shield, now this time a natural protective shield, in which scientists say that you are able to last longer exposed to the sun if you're barefoot rather than with the shoes on.
Oh, that makes sense. Because we're, you know, and I found that to be true in many things, and you can also have more energy if you're barefooted. If you're running or if you're walking or doing exercises, I find that I am not as out of breath. Yeah. I mean, I'm just assuming that's what it has to do with, because I'm being connected and harmonized with the earth, and which is how I feel when I'm wearing my AamoraA, my taco nuts. So is there anything else that we want to add, Paulo, other than get your happy on, get your AamoraAs on, and stay connected with the earth? If you can't, ask us how. You can find this information. We'll have the website on here, fuelforthebody.org, or you can go to ESAamoraA.com. That's ESAamoraa.com. And Paulo will set you up and get your earth going and give you all kinds of solutions to try and see how you like it. But anyway, this is just a solution, because remember, every problem has a solution, and Paulo has created the solution for our unearthing. So thank you so much, Paula. And what is it?
It's AamoraA.
It's AamoraA.